Hello and welcome again to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Marta. Today is still the 23rd of January and I have some rather interesting comments regarding Final Fantasy 15 from the director Hajime Tabata. And according to him, Final Fantasy 15 has a true open world, meaning it doesn't just have open world gameplay, it is apparently one continuous stretch of environment. And he said, quote, "The world is connected by continuous land. If those areas were disconnected, it would feel distant from reality. You'll find that you'll be able to walk or drive or take a train and travel through this world seamlessly. I'll feel you'll be able to experience something similar to a real trip." Now, basically, this is obviously a bit of a distinction between games like, say, Skyrim and GTA, where you can just run across the whole map, and games like Dragon Age or Destiny, where you can travel between destinations via loading screens. So Skyrim and GTA are very much a true open world, where you can run around, do what you like, whereas Dragon Age Inquisition is a huge open world, but of course does have loading screens. Now, that's not to say that you'll be able to get everywhere right off the bat. Square Enix, of course, does hem you in during early story missions, which is kind of, well, to be expected, to be honest. Any RPG takes a long time to get going. They're notorious for being slow burning. And they'll even, it won't necessarily be a case of, oh, there's a wall here, or you can't get past it, you've got a key, or whatever, something like that. It may just be a case of there's some huge monster outside that way, and you can't defeat it until you've played for longer. Now, Tabata said, speaking on the locations featured in the game, are apparently based on real places to get a realistic blend of cultures. Examples include Shinjuku, Havana, and Venice. Now, despite this insistence on a little dash of realism, according to him, Final Fantasy 15 is still a classic Final Fantasy game, and Tabata said that it will have proper dungeons, and he likes the, quote, very scary and chaotic and controllable feel of dungeons, and maybe even airships. On the topic of airships, he had this to say. He said, quote, "To be completely honest, that's still to be determined, but the development team does understand this is something everyone is looking forward to. It is a huge technical challenge. As mentioned earlier, all areas are connected. We are trying to tackle that challenge." And that would definitely be a challenge in a game where, of course, you can just wander from one end of the map to the other. Of course, they're going to have certain areas you can't access until certain parts of the game have been completed. How they do that, well, I hope it's very natural within the world, like, oh, it's too dangerous to go this way, or something like that, rather than, you know, Assassin's Creed style of, you know, you're about to be desynchronized or whatever. Obviously, Final Fantasy wouldn't do that, but you get my point. So, obviously, having an airship in the game like that, well, that would kind of cause problems, but they could kind of do it how they did it in Final Fantasy X, where you don't actually get to control the airship until very late in the game, and you don't actually get to fly around and explore until, well, you're pretty damn high level, and you've basically got the end of the game to do, and that's it. Of course, some areas still going to have high-powered monsters that you shouldn't be messing with, and that's exactly how they should do it. So if they got airship, like if you had an airship, but it's sort of like in cutscenes until the end, kind of like Final Fantasy X, that would actually be pretty nice, or you could not get access to it at all until near the end, which kind of solves the problem, and you'd still come into areas where you run into problems and you'd kind of leave and go, well, that escalated quickly, and just run for your life. So there's very many different ways that they could tackle this problem. Of course, we don't know for 100% sure if airships will make it into the final game, but I really hope they do. This game, the more I hear about it, the more awesome it sounds. True open world like GTA or Skyrim, where you can just run around pretty much free from loading screens for the most part. Of course, there are some, but for the most part, you won't get one just driving down the street. That sounds pretty damn cool. And airship, yes, double thumbs up for airship. So hopefully that makes its way into the final product, and hopefully we get a release date at some point soon, as of course we just don't know. We might get it this year. If we do it by the end of this year, but this year might actually be optimistic, but we can hope, can't we? Anyway, that's me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.